Well, here we have an important question, a professional question. It asks, what is the difference between the Akhbari and the Usuli? Let's take a look. The role of intellect in the interpretation of the sacred text, it's like a hermeneutical question. What role does intellect play in understanding the pillars of faith in the interpretation of the sacred text? In the Sunni school, there's a division between Mu'tazili and Ash'ari. The Mu'tazili are people who give more importance to the intellect, to understand, interpret, and comprehend the matters of faith, to interpret jurisprudence. They are the Mu'tazilis. For example, many Hanafis followers of Abu Hanifa are Mu'tazili. But the Ash'aris are more literal, or let's say, more faithful to the text. They do not care so much about corresponding the teachings to what the intellect understands. They are, we can say, more stubborn, more closed. So many times they give a very, we can say, sharp, very closed, very rigorous interpretation of the sacred text. The Wahhabis and ISIS members were mostly Ash'ari, showing a tendency against intellectual, philosophical interpretations of religion. This mirrors the Sunni division amongst the Shias, Akhbari, Usuli. The Akhbarians are also like the Ash'aris, similar. They give a more stubborn, more closed, more literal interpretation to the sacred text. For them, for example, the Akhbaris care a lot about the subject of dreams. And they say, for example, that reaching concrete wisdom is a closed path. So they take all the teachings of religion as part of the fact that it is not a matter of certainty. So, since it is in Ghitay Kabir, then already disconnect from all sources of certainty. So many sources that don't provide us with certainty will be reliable, just imagine. So they will end up trusting many weak narrations, relying on many weak sources, and they'll take dreams as part of it. One person will dream one thing and take it as part of the religion. So, let's look at the part about the Usuli. We have the pillars of faith in an intellectual way. We need to bring in critical philosophical thinking in understanding jurisprudence, in understanding logic, in understanding everything that relates to religion. So the Usuli say we will have intellectual pillars to understand jurisprudence. So Usul al-Fiqh is, for example, the Usul al-Lafzi, which explains how to understand a word, interpret a word according to the rules of conversational language. You understand me. For example, the imperative verb is way of ordering what is obligatory, or the imperative verb can also be used for what is recommended. This is one of the Mabahis al-Alfaz. Another part of this, which is hermeneutical, is Usul Aqli, which is how we use intellect to interpret the sacred text, and many things that are very wise. So, today we can say that nearly all Shia are Usuli, and the revolutionaries are generally almost all Usuli. This means we place a lot of importance on the intellectual interpretation of the sacred text, and consider that to be the path of Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam. But the Akhbari are generally considered to be part of what we call sects today, like Ahmad al-Hasan al-Yamani. It's a sect that is against the Islamic revolution invented by the British in Iraq, which fought for a time against the Hashd al-Shabi, the mobilized group supported and founded by Qasim Soleimani, Commander Qasim Soleimani. So Ahmad al-Hasan al-Yamani are a sect. They said that an Imam Mahdi has arrived, but what kind of Imam? They tell it's not just one Imam Mahdi, it's 12th Imam Mahdi. The first one has arrived, and the first one has done nothing, so it's worthless. It's a sect, honestly foolish, stupid, that in Iraq we call Daesh, ISIS of the Shia. We have Sunni ISIS, Shia ISIS. The Shia ISIS are those from the Shirazi sect, from the Ahmad al-Hasan al-Yamani sect, among others, who are always anti-revolutionary, and many of them are also Zionists. And is against the Islamic revolution, part of Anjuman Hujjatiyeh, which are other well-known sects on the subject. But then, well, a large part of the scholars today in Iran are Usuli, cares a lot about the issue of the intellectual interpretation of the text. Well, I've summarized it a lot. Conflict is much broader and much deeper than what I've explained. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.